Hi guys, Dan here from Pool Shot Coaching, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how never to miss a shot. Okay, well in theory anyway. So in saying that, let's start. So we're going to be talking about what's known as ghost ball theory, and it's a method that you can use to help you align your cue on that line of aim to help you pot balls more consistently and have a system that you can use to make it a little bit easier. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I get a lot of questions from students and people on the internet. I get messages and people reply to comments to posts and stuff. And one of the questions I get most of all is, how do you sight or how do you aim? How do you line a shot up? Okay, so we're going to cover ghost ball theory today, which is a method that helps you do that. So in order to do that, it helps when you have a spare cue ball. And I'm going to show you an example of what I mean by ghost ball theory. So we've got this shot on the table, we've got the red object ball, and we have the cue ball. So ghost ball theory, we'll start with the second ball. So the second cue ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to align that cue ball directly behind the object ball so that it forms a straight line between the center of the pocket and the object ball. So that center of the line travels directly through the center of both balls. And what we know is that when you hit the object ball at that exact point, that point of contact, it'll send the object ball in that line, in that vector towards the pocket. All right? So, ghost ball. So when you're standing behind the shot, I've got my real cue ball and I've got my ghost ball. Obviously in this situation, it's a real ball because I want to show you an example. And what you're going to do is you're going to imagine a straight line between the real cue ball and that second cue ball, also known as the ghost ball. And you're going to deliver the cue on that straight line and replace this ball, the ghost ball, with the cue ball that you're striking, which has velocity as it hits the object ball, and that force is then imparted to the object ball and thrown in the right direction depending on that point of contact. All right. So obviously in a match, you're not going to be able to get another cue ball out and put it there. You've got to use your actual imagination. So you've got to imagine that cue ball there, put it to the side, you stand on that line of aim. So I know if I deliver that cue ball in that line, I will effectively be replacing that ghost ball with this cue ball so that it hits this object ball in the right spot to send that object ball directly into the pocket. Let's give it a go. So I'm going to line up directly on that line of aim, trying to replace that cue ball with the actual real cue ball. All right, so all I'm doing is, there you go, dead center in the middle of the pocket. Okay? That's ghost ball theory. And I like to use it myself, particularly on more difficult shots or long shots where I can just imagine the ghost ball, and that helps me find my line of aim. So the line of aim is the line that you drop your cue on, that you can send that cue in a straight line through the cue ball and then replacing the ghost ball on the object ball to make the pop. Now, what I will say is, this relies on you to be able to deliver your cue in a straight line and send that cue on that line. So what that means is, if you are unable to deliver your cue directly through that cue ball and hit dead center anywhere on that center channel, so top, middle or bottom, if you can't hit dead center, you will throw that cue ball to the left or the right. So if you hit, for example, if you cue through your cue ball and you hit to the right hand side, what happens is as you cue through, the cue ball will throw to the left, right? What that means is the line of aim is now different in a sense that cue ball will no longer be traveling on your line of aim. You'll hit the object ball in the incorrect spot and you'll miss the pop. So I think players need to take a little bit of a step back here and really focus on working and building up those skills that help you deliver your cue in a straight line. Because I think a lot of people get a little bit confused when they can see a very, very easy pot, yet when they cue through the cue ball, they miss the pot. And most of the times, it's not because they don't know where to hit the object ball, it's that once they've delivered the cue, they've effectively miscuing or putting unintentional side, which is throwing the cue ball to the left or the right. So that's really, really important. So using ghost ball theory, obviously you have to make an assumption that you can cue perfectly straight through the cue ball and deliver the cue in a straight line, effectively delivering the cue ball in a straight line to the object ball. There is something that's worth noting though, and it's a theory known as impact throw. So impact throw is when, for example, I'm trying to play this object ball into this ball pocket. I'm sending the cue ball on that line. Now, this cue ball has velocity, right? And so when I come into contact with this object ball, it pushes the object ball in the direction or the vector that that cue ball is traveling, all right? So that's very, very important to understand. Now in pool, we use a cue ball that's smaller and lighter than our object ball, right? So we use a cue ball that's about 95 grams in weight, and the object balls are around 116, 117 grams. So there's a significant difference in weight. So impact throw isn't a huge part of the game, but it's worth noting. And what I actually recommend is experimenting. Put some dots on the table, put the balls in the same position, and experiment with ghost ball, and then see if you can experiment or get an understanding of how impact throw works. Because a lot of this stuff, honestly, comes through trial and error and experience. And that's why I guess they're called theories in a way, because unless you actually practically get on the table and have a go and experiment, they're only going to be theories. You need to learn how they actually apply on the table. And not just that, these sometimes apply under different conditions, all right? So it's all important to know. Anyway, that's ghost ball theory. So use that theory or use that method when trying to pop balls, and I'm sure you'll have a lot more success. And again, make sure you've practiced the fundamentals of delivering your cue in a straight line so that you can make sure that you hit the cue ball exactly where you intend to hit it. Best of luck. Any questions, pop them in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel, and good luck.